What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and I got Adepticon Round 1. This is the championship game singles tournament, Round 1 of 4. Now, I just did the big brawl the night before. This time around, my brother's there, Once Bitten's there, a couple of the guys from the Shyhammer team are there, and we're all just about to just crush it. We're just gonna do. We're gonna do what we do. So we get there, and the first thing that happens is Rick offers me a cookie. So I take the cookie, and as soon as I take a bite into it, it made me want to have to go to the bathroom so bad. But you know what? I'm already late at showing up to Adepticon, so now I have to just go through this whole round where I just have to go to the bathroom really bad. I don't know if Rick put something in that cookie to give me a laxative or some shit. I don't know. But anyways. So, I just want you guys to put that in the back of your mind while I'm doing this battle report. You understand that I had to go really bad the whole damn game. Anyways, here's my army. I have a unit of 5 Goblin Wolf Riders, just fast cav. They don't have anything special with them. I do have on the left the character Longshot. Baron Longshot has the Skull Splitter shotgun, and he's it's multi-shot, 4 shots, always hits on 4s. Right behind them, there's a unit of 12 orcs with crossbows. That's about it. Heavy armor crossbows. On the right, you can make it out very, very, I wish I had a better picture of it. But that's actually Goblin Joe. Goblin Joe is a level 2 goblin with the lore of the Little Wog, or Little Gods. Behind them, there's a unit of 28 Nashers. And then behind that, I'm going to pull up a better picture here. You can see I have a unit of 26-ish Feral Orc Ed Bashers with the big Stabadon on the left. They do have the BSB on the right. The BSB is Boss Doom, the Herald of Gork. Boss Doom is a Feral Orc badass. He has 5 attacks, +1 for his banner, the War Banner, and then he has the plate to tuck text. It gives him some impact hit damage. I have Dredd in the background. I'm going to just pull up a better picture here. I got Dredd on the left side. I got the A-Rock on the right side. The A-Rock is a 2-time tournament MVP. I actually was going to call it a 3-time, but you know what? Somebody corrected me on my video. My MVP for the Big Brawl was actually the Dragon Rammer. So, the Dragon Rammer is definitely taking the MVP from the last Big Brawl, but this is a totally different tournament. This is day 2, totally different tournament. And over here we have, that's actually the Dragon Rammer right there. But I have King Koopa on the left. King Koopa is a Goblin Lord with a 1-up armor, 4-up regen. And then behind him I have 2 Git Launchers. And then on top of the hill there, I have a unit of 20 Goblins, Forest Goblins with the Mother's Gift banner. It's the last time I could use this banner, guys. Last time. The banner goes poof after Adepticon. I have, and that's part of the reason why I'm using it. I'm just going to use it and abuse it while it's still there. I have a level 1 Goblin Shaman of Shadow, another thing that's going bye-bye after this. And then I have a level 2 Orc Shaman, Kabuto the Python. Kabuto the Python has the Lore of Wilderness. Over here I have Swarm of Insects, Beast Within, and the Redwood Shaft. Then I have Shadow Miasma, Glimpse of the End, and then Fireball. I actually only had the level 2 Shadow. That's all I had in Fireball. Alright, as for my opponent, here we're going to go over his magic spells really quick. He has Curse of Mortality, Cloud of Despair, Soul Leech, Dwellers in the Earth, Breath of Life, and something, Healing Waters. Then he has a bunch of totems, which I think that's actually these right here. He has a bunch of, no he doesn't. He has a bunch of totems because he's actually a Beast Herds player. So, as you can see here, he has a chariot. I think they call him like a raiding chariot. I think so. I'm not entirely sure. He has a unit of dogs here. He has a unit of, I think they're called Centigores here. And again, if you guys could correct me all you want. I'm gonna say it the way I'm gonna say it, and then you guys will be like, no, that's not how the name is. But anyways, he has a unit of Centigores here, about 6 of them. He has 2 more chariots. I don't think these are like the Razorgore chariots or whatever they're called, but there's the ambulance, guys. Came pretty early today. Anyways, Anyways, on the hill, you can see he has a big block of Minotaurs. Holy shit, that's a big block of Minotaurs. Now, these Minotaurs do have the General. The General is a Minotaur himself. And that guy is built to beat the crap out of somebody. That guy is like strength 7, X amount of attacks, like crazy-ass armor, crazy-ass ward. That guy is made to just destroy anybody. Over here, you can see he has a Gore-Tex on the hill. He has a Jabber Scythe on the under the hill, and then he has one of those razor gores. I don't know what the hell their name is. You know, like the little monster pig guys on the bottom of the hill there. Over here, he has a giant block of about 48 or 47 wild horns, and then, like I said, there's that pig dude. Now, he did drop a couple units. We were going back and forth, drop, and then I decided to just drop the rest of my army so I get the +1. Not even the +1. I get like a +4 or something like that. So it's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 1. Now I do have a couple scouts. I have one scout, and then I have vanguards. So I'm going to go ahead and take my vanguard with my wolf riders like that. And that's all I really... He had vanguards too, and I think actually it caused me not to want to vanguard much up because he vanguarded his centaurs and his wolves, or his hounds, this way, and I was just like, well, I don't want to be in their line of sight right away. I kind of want to just kind of do my thing. So as you can see, this is kind of how I deployed. I deployed Dredd on the hill, right in the center. He is not afraid of shit. He doesn't have anything that shoots, okay? He has a couple magic spells that do damage, but they're close range magic spells. Like some of them are 12 inches, some of them are 24 inches, and that's about it. So I'm like, alright, great. Well, he still has to come to me. I do have Kabuto away from... He's right next to the Wolf Riders, but he's away from their unit because he doesn't want to be, you know, if they get hit and killed, he doesn't want to run away with them for panic. But, as you can see on the right side, I have the Goblins. The Goblins' task is to thin out that herd of the Wild Horns. The Squigs' task is to finish off that Wild Horn unit. The Crossbow Orcs have the opportunity to shoot anything they want with Goblin Joe, and then the Savages are going to come up the left side with the Dreads coming up the middle. Doomdiver has free range to shoot everybody. The A-Rock and the A-Rock and Koopa are on the left side. Longshot's on the left side. Second ambulance in the video, guys. Actually, that one's further away. You can't hear it as much. Now, here is the major issue. Here is the major issue with this picture right here. That rock in the middle on the sheet in Adepticon's papers says that rock is infinitely tall. So, that's actually blocking line of sight from my hill to his hill. That means I can't shoot Doomdivers into his thing because I have to go around that damn rock. So I can't shoot his Gore-Tex straight at it because I don't have line of sight straight at it from the one Doomdiver or my crossbow guys straight at the Gore-Tex. So that's going to suck. Over here in this picture, as I said, you can see Koopa and the A-Rock both move up. The Longshot just pops up and goes all the way to the side of the chariot. He's not scared of the chariot. Koopa is just kind of running his flank job. That's what he does. Magic phase, I got 5 power dice. I go and I throw up 3 dice onto the beast within. He stops the spell. I throw up 2 dice on fireball and I roll double ones. Are you fucking kidding me? And then I don't even know what the hell that other one. It looks like Shadow Miasma. I'm trying to like look at the glare here. But I failed that one outright. Wow, that was a horrible, horrible magic phase. So let's go into shooting. Shooting. I'm gonna shoot this web launcher, right? And it gets a 8 inches off of its intended target. Didn't do shit. I'm going to shoot the Doomdiver. I'm trying to shoot, I believe, one of the chariots. It drifts off, hits into this group over here, only kills one dude. Okay. Alright. I don't know. I don't really know what to shoot because everybody's kind of naked. And it's like, wow, Doomdivers are good at tearing apart armor, but everybody's kind of naked. So I'm like, alright, well, what can I shoot with the crossbow orcs? Well, I started shooting at, I believe this is an issue. I couldn't really shoot much that really mattered. And then I think I picked on one of the chariots. I don't think I did any damage. So then I'm like, oh shit, that chariot actually has a lot of armor. Okay, well, might as well shoot it with my Git Launcher. So I shoot the Git Launcher at this chariot. It does 1 wound. Found out this chariot is actually the BSB. I was like, oh, that's your BSB. Well, I should be shooting that more often. Anyways, that was about it for my turn. It's going to start off my opponent's turn. Beast Herd's turn 1. Now, look at this. He's moving up his Centaurs in front of the face of my Wolf Riders and Kabuto. Right? He's moving his Gore-Tax and his Jabber Scythe and everything towards me. He's just pushing forward right now, right? Now, part of the problem here is that Gore-Tax is going to be a major threat to me. If he gets impact hits, he's going to just destroy me, right? Whatever he hits. I already know that how that thing works since I played Once Bitten. The Centaurs, I think he thinks he's chaffing me up, but the thing is, he doesn't realize that Dredd's on the hill, and Dredd's just staring at their flank. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then he puts the dogs in front of Koopa because he wants to slow Koopa down, and everything else just kind of moves around. He moves his chariot the chariot that I shot was not his BSB. That chariot actually was a regular chariot, has 1 wound remaining. His BSB is trying to hide behind the rock so he doesn't have line of sight from the Doom Divers. Magic phase, he got 6 power dice. He goes ahead and does Curse of Mortality, which lowers these guys' toughness by 1. And I'm just like, strength and toughness. And I'm just like, whatever, they're wolf riders. They're there for chaff. So then he goes in and throws up a totem, or the tribute, that makes them -1 leadership. And I'm like, okay. So what he's trying to do is trying to cause a massive panic check all around, which, personally, I don't care. They're goblins. Most of my army don't care about the goblins. So then he goes ahead and does this totem called the Direwolf Totem and gives his Gore-Tax +3 initiative and adds +D6 to its charge distance. So that's pretty nuts. That's pretty disgusting, actually. Then he goes into shooting phase. Shooting phase, he shoots the tomahawks from his Centaurs into my Wolf Riders, causes them to, I don't even think they panic. I think they stick there because the BSB's right behind them. Dredd's right there. They're going to be a leadership 8. And they pass it, and then just they didn't care. And that was that. It's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. You know what? Koopa is charging into the wolves. The A-Rock is charging into those wolves. And he's like, shit. Because if the wolves... I actually charged the A-Rock in, hoping those wolves failed the terror, and then I could ran into the chariot. But instead, I'm like, well, fuck it. Let me go ahead and hit them with both. So that way I can get both in. Boom! Both go in. Right? Dredd charges the flank of the Centaurs, like I said, and he's like, shit, that's a dead unit. So he decides to flee, and when he flees through the building, through Koopa and the A-Rock. Alright, and as a good sport as I am, I actually said just take 2 DTs, 1 for the building, 1 for the A-Rock and Koopa, instead of saying taking 3, because he should have took 1 for Koopa, should have took 1 for the A-Rock, took 1 for the building, and he landed in the grass. That's dangerous terrain. He lost 3 guys. That's okay. Jesus Christ. That unit probably would have been dead if he took them all. As you can see, Dredd failed the charge. Now here's the thing. Since Dredd flies, he could charge over the freaking crossbows. But since he failed charge, it landed him like right in the middle of those crossbows. And we didn't know if he was supposed to pop out in front or if he's just supposed to stay back behind. I actually just put him in front because it was more than 50% of him going forward than backwards. So I was like, whatever. As for remaining moves, I move my Wolf Riders here to chaff up his Gore-Tax. I do not need his Gore-Tax ramming into Dredd right now. His Jabber Scythe's right there. He could potentially cause me to terror check and run away. And then I decide to move. I think I move up the Savages a little bit, and everybody else just kind of stays like so. This is how it looks at the end of my movement. We're going to go into Magic. Magic, I got 9 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up a shit ton of dice onto the Redwood Shaft. Try to kill off one of his big guys, and he dispels it. I go ahead and I throw up a Fireball. I fail it outright. I go ahead and I shoot my Git Launcher. This is the one. I'm like, well, that one only has 1 wound left. Let me hit this other one over here. And then he's like, shit, you're going to kill my BSB. And I was like, that one's your BSB. That's when it happened. I was like, oh shit, I should be gunning for this guy the whole time. I only do 1 wound onto him. The other Git Launcher misfires. These guys right here are going to start shooting at the big beastie, and he does 2 wounds onto the big beastie. These guys over here are going to start shooting at his pig. They do 2 wounds onto the pig. And then we're going to go to close combat. Close combat, it's just disgusting. These guys just got raped. Koopa and the A-Rock, those dogs are dead. I don't even know who's getting the points for that. We'll give them to both because they're both initiative 4. So I go ahead and I reform, and actually I don't reform. What I do is I totally forgot to use Longshot the turn before. He could have killed the chariot too, but that was because he's in the corner. But what ended up happening here was, if I didn't overrun with Koopa, he would have had a charge into the A-Rock. alright, or into Longshot, and probably killed either one. So I decided to overrun with Koopa on purpose, so that way Koopa could take the hit from the chariot, Koopa will most likely survive the chariot, and Koopa will potentially kill the chariot, or Koopa will be fine. So that way I turn the A-Rock this way, he's causing a threat to everything on this side here. Longshot, he's just turned around facing this way, and it's going to start off his turn. Beast Herde's turn 2. Beast Herde's turn 2, he's charging into Koopa, and I'm just like, oh well, that's about to happen. He's charged my Goblins. My Goblins said, fuck that, we're out of here, and they fled, and they went right through, they went right through the Gnasher herd, and now he's going to have a big fail charge on this side of the table. It allows me some more room for time for movement around here. He charges into these guys are just going to die outright, and he moves his Minotaurs. He actually turns his Minotaurs to face the A-Rock. He feels the A-Rock is a big threat, which it is. But that's how it goes. Magic phase, he got 9 power dice. He goes ahead. I can't even read that shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on. He does something. I don't know. He does Soul Leech here. Oh, he dispelled my, I think I put up the minus toughness on him. And I left it on there, and then he decided to dispel it, so that's what he did. But anyways, he goes ahead and does Soul Leech here to lower, to do some wounds onto my A-Rock. It goes off, does 2 wounds onto the A-Rock. He does Breath of Life onto this guy. He does a bunch of other shit. I don't know what he's doing. I think he healed 1 wound onto his big guy. Big guy goes into close combat, rams these 3 fucks. These 3 fucks are dead. And he doesn't overrun. He decides to sit there just like so. So I'm just like, okay. And over here, Koopa! Koopa gets hit, and he actually does 2 wounds to Koopa. Motherfucker, man. How are you going to fail a 1-up armor 4-up regen? How the fuck are you going to fail it? It was like strength 5. That means I need to roll 1s and 2s, and then roll 1, 2, and 3 again. Are you fucking kidding me? And I did. So Koopa took 2 wounds. Koopa kills the damn chariot, turns around, faces this way, and it's going to go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. You know what? I'm like, fuck it. Dredd is charging the flank of the Gore-Tex, right? The Squigs, I believe, I actually send them at either the Gore-Tex or the Wild Herd. I think they fail charge anyways. And then I charge the Savages in, and the Savages, I'm calling out the Wog. So they all get in. Boom! Like so. This is awesome right here. Koopa charged in. Boom! Into this little tiny bunker. Hiding back here with this fucking 2 wizards. And I'm like, I don't care if Koopa dies. Koopa's killing one of those fucking wizards right now. And hopefully making them run just for combat res. And then the A-Rock's playing the chaff game. The A-Rock's like, dude, you're over there. I'm over here. I'm in Dangerous Terrain with Strider. I can shoot at you for a little bit, but I have shit coming on the right side coming to help me out. So I'm just like, fuck it. A-Rock sits back about like 17 inches and is just literally going to pick at those Minotaurs until I'm ready to do combo charges. Magic phase, I got 12 power dice. 12! And I go ahead. First spell I do, he Dispel Scrolls it, which I think was the Shadow Miasma. Then I go ahead and I throw the 2 dice onto the Swarm of Insects. What the fuck? I throw double 1s? What the fuck? I go ahead and I throw up a shit ton of dice onto Redwood Shaft. It goes off, and I had Kabuto lined up to the flank of those Minotaurs. So I'm hoping to hit the Redwood Shaft, big spell, big version, kill off like 4 Minotaurs, right? Instead it kills 1 Minotaur, and it stopped on the second one. It didn't do enough wounds on the second one. God damn it! Damn it! Alright, Fireball goes off. I end up doing that, and I end up killing off the remaining Centaurs that actually rallied those bastards. Actually, no. I don't know who the hell I hit with Fireball. I hit Fireball with somebody else. Shooting phase, Longshot killed those 2 guys. That's what happened. Shooting phase over here. My Git Launcher hits the Minotaurs, kills off another one, does another 2 wounds out to somebody. Over here, these Crossbow Orcs are going to start shooting at the Wild Horns to kill off 2. And then over here, close combat. Close combat. Koopa killed the Death Wizard. The Death Wizard is dead. And I stomp. I kill off one of the Wild Horns. And they go ahead and attack back. They can't even wound Koopa. They go ahead and make their stubborn or steadfast check with their BSB standing right there. They pass it. Koopa, he turns his units facing Koopa, and that's how it looks. Over here, the big Stabadon! The big Stabadon hits the fucking Gore-Tex. He fails his armor save or his ward save or whatever. It does ordnance against large targets. BAM! Fucking hit it for like every wound it had except for one. He had one wound remaining. He's like, are you kidding? And not only that, my BSB does impact hits too. Dredd's going first, and Dredd kills the son of a bitch. Oh, shit. Oh, man. I have to overrun with the Savages, but I think they just run into the back end of Dredd. Dredd turns around, facing the flank of the Minotaurs. That's disgusting. Now, here's the problem that I ran into again, is that those Savages are too wide, and they don't fit in that hole in between the rock and the building. But that's fine. It's going to start off his turn. Beast Herd's turn, whatever this was, turn 3 I think it was. He's charging his Wild Horns into the Squigs, can't do nothing about it. He's charging the Jabber Scythe into Kabuto, all right, and I don't think I could do anything about it. Over here, he's trying to charge his Minotaurs into the Savages, and this is the crazy part, okay? He could make a 90-degree turn. He could fit in between the gap, which was the big question we had. We were playing with this over and over, but because he could only make one turn, he will end up hitting Dredd. And since he can't declare a charge on Dredd to begin with, it's a failed charge. So he can't do it. So he doesn't do it. He just faces him off at the... Or he goes for the long charge on the A-Rock. He needs like an 11 or a 12 to hit to the A-Rock. A-Rock stand shoots, does nothing. Over here, I think he fails charges here, and I believe he fails charges here. Those are all just long charges. We're going to go to Magic Phase. Magic Phase, he got 9 power dice. He tries to do something. I'm like, Dispel Scroll. I think he actually tried to do the Dwellers of the Earth or whatever it is. So then, close combat. Koopa kills off 4 of these guys. They end up doing, I'm not kidding, they do one fucking, Strength 3. They do 1 wound, and they kill Koopa. What the fuck, Koopa? What the fuck, Koopa? You fat fuck. Oh, he's gonna reform. It's gonna be my turn 4. Orcs and Goblins turn 4, and here it goes. A-Rock and Dredd tag team back again. Alright, so I'm going into the double charge here. He failed his charge towards the A-Rock, so it made it easier for me to charge him. And Dredd's just like right there, like, okay. And he actually gave me a rear charge. BAM! Got in with both. And I'm like, he's like, I got my Killy General in there. And I'm like, do it. I don't care. So, Magic Phase, I got 8 power dice, right? And I'm like, well, fuck it. My biggest issue right now is he has all those Strength 5 Minotaurs attacking the A-Rock. Dredd's fine. Dredd's probably going to get challenged and deal with it, right? But the A-Rock's the one who's the meaty target right now because he's Strength 5. He's going to get a shit ton of attacks, and he's probably going to wound about, or he's probably going to get more than half hitting. And then after that, he's going to get probably more than half wounding, or like around half wounding, or a little bit less than half wounding. So I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm going to do all my dice onto the Beast Within and make the A-Rock even more buff. And bam, I get double 6s. And he's just like, go ahead. Do it. I want to see you blow up. I use like 4 dice, I think. So I'm like, alright. So A-Rock got the Beast Within. She's toughness 7 right now. Tough 7. Strength 6 A-Rock. That's insane. Oh man, I roll the dice, I get like a 1 and a 2, and I'm like, son of a bitch. I roll the dice and I get a 4, and I fucking suck my wizard into the warp. You son of a bitch. You died. Killed off a couple crossbow orcs because they were close enough, and I sucked my wizard into the warp. Oh man. Shooting phase. Longshot's going to pick at the chariot. I don't think he does any wounds. Over here, these crossbows are going to start shooting at the Jabber Scythe. They do 2 wounds at the Jabber Scythe. Start shooting the Git launches at him. They do 3 more wounds. That Jabber Scythe has 1 wound remaining. 1 wound. Over here, he challenges like I thought he would. And I'm like, fine, fuck it. Dredd's going to shoot all 11 attacks. All 11 attacks into that fucking Minotaur Lord. And check that out. I got 6 wounds out of 6 wounds. Or I'm sorry. Out of 11 attacks, I do 1 fucking wound. He attacks back. I got 6 armor saves and ward saves or something like that. I don't know how that worked. But he still did 2 wounds onto my general. Oh, shit. That's crazy. A-Rock's time to make it up. A-Rock's attacking back. Kills off 2 guys. right off the bat, right? He goes ahead and attacks back, cannot wound the A-Rock. My fucking goblins, my weapon skill 2, strength 3 goblins on a charge with spears with the beast within are strength 5 now. They killed off another fucking minotaur. I'm like, how the fuck are the goblins fucking up minotaurs like that? I don't know. It's like a Super Saiyan fucking Ragnarok right now. Holy shit. He goes ahead, he's down by a ton. He doesn't have a rank to be steadfast. He fails his leadership check. He re-rolls it. He fails it again. And the A-Rock and Dredd ate the whole fucking unit like so. Holy shit. The A-Rock is insane right now. And over here I did have the fight with the squigs over here. Squigs ate, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 wild horns. That wild horns attack bad. They did like 11 wounds. I lose combat on that one. The squigs end up actually blowing up. When they blow up, they take out 6 more fucking wild horns. And he's gonna win the combat and just kind of look like that. He's gonna reform into ranks like so, and it's gonna start off his turn. Beast Herd's turn 4. He's gonna charge into my goblins, and I'm like, I can stand and shoot, but it's gonna be long range, stand and shoot, and a forest in the way. And I believe I just like, you know what? I'm still not ready to get in combat, so I flee like an inch away from the table, which was really close to like fleeing off the table, but I didn't. And he's just gonna fail charge again. And then his BSB's coming this way because Dredd and A-Rock are just like, over here, his Jabber Scythe actually gets into my fucking Git launcher here. Magic Phase, he got 9 power dice, goes ahead and he throws up, I can't even read that, some totem. Here, they get it off. Close combat, he eats my fucking Git launcher, overruns into my Orcs, and that's going to be ugly. He only has 1 wound, though. I just need to do 1 fucking wound onto this thing. And it's going to start off my turn. Actually, when he was supposed to overrun, he said, I have to take a panic check first. So I take the panic check on the Orcs. They fail their panic check. They're gonna flee. They're gonna flee through the fucking Git launcher, flee through the goblins that were fleeing. They almost get off the table on this side, and then he overruns into my Git launcher. That's as he understands the order of operations. I just agreed with it because I'm just like whatever. And it's gonna start off, I believe, my turn 5. So, my goblins never made it. They ran off the table. The Orcs stayed on the table. My Git launcher's in trouble over there. That thing only has 1 fucking wound left, too. It sucks. My Savages reformed facing this way. I believe they actually reformed and tried to charge his Wildhorn unit, and he's fleeing. Or I just reformed in general, and I don't remember. I just reformed to make him fit through that fucking hole, though. A-Rock and Dredd are coming around this way. Magic Phase, I got 8 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up Glimpse of the End onto his general, get it off, give him -2 toughness. Longshot here, picking at this fucking chariot over here. And then close combat. He kills my other Git launcher. He gets close to these guys here, and that's about it. And that's how the table looks. It's going to start off his turn, Beast Herd's turn 5. He's charging into my Orcs. I can't really stand and shoot or do shit about it. He ends up, I think he ends up doing a terror check, and I fail it, and I fucking flee off the damn table. I did remove Joe out of that unit, by the way, somehow, I don't know. He's trying to charge his wild horns into my Orcs, and he's going to cause them to flee off the table, and they just do. Everything flees off the table like that. That sucks. And then he's moving his BSB away from Dredd. He's moving the BSB, everything away from A-Rock. It's going to start off my turn 6. My turn 6, charging into these guys, they flee. Charging into his BSB, he flees, and he actually gets away with both. Longshot here tries to kill off the chariot. The chariot has 1 wound remaining, and that's it. His turn 6, Magic Phase, he gets 12 power dice, and it doesn't really matter. He rallies everybody. That's how the table looks. Guys, it's an Orcs and Goblins victory. I don't think it's a big victory. It would have been a big victory if I would have got some of those combats at the end there. Yeah, that's how it looks. That Minotaur unit was a huge chunk of points that I got. He did kill Koopa, but I did kill his wizard. Actually, Koopa did a good job. Koopa killed some dogs, killed a chariot, and killed his wizard. The A-Rock and Dredd are just those two as a tag team are just disgusting. I've seen it numerous games already. Whenever they're in the same combat together, it's a thing of beauty. And then to have a Super Saiyan A-Rock was just insane. I'm really impressed with the big Stabadon actually ramming a large target. This is like my 56th battle report. And that is the first time I've seen that thing actually ram a large target. Oh man, my forest goblins didn't do shit because I kept fleeing. In all honesty, if they would have got hit by those wild horns, my goblins would have been dead anyways. So, whatever, say lovey. Longshot, I wasted a turn not killing that chariot with Longshot. It's a tournament. I'm not going to be like, hey, yo, dude, you know, I didn't get a shot in, so whatever. Which ultimately probably killed Koopa. But anyways, my wizards did have some good magic phases, you know, getting off some key glimpse of the ends, get that very clutch Beast Within spell that really saved the A-Rock's ass and made me honestly think I won the combat because of that spell. So that's pretty insane. Holy shit. And then his Jabber Scythe, that thing fucking lived 1 wound remaining. 1 wound. And I couldn't even shoot it because he kept on getting back in combat. And he was just messing me up with that damn Jabber Scythe. But because I left the Chariot at 1 wound, because I left the Jabber Scythe at 1 wound, and I think I wounded something else, I got quarter points on those, or half points on those. Yeah, it's not bad. Again, it was a medium-sized Orcs and Goblins victory. I'll take it for round 1 of Adepticon. Right now, this is my 4th game at Adepticon. I am still undefeated. Got a couple ties, but I'm still undefeated. Oh man, so the next game, well, first off, the MVP for this game, I'm gonna give it to the A-Rock. I'm just giving it. I really like Dredd. I really thought Dredd did a great job. He did what he was supposed to. Dredd actually kind of got punked by that Minotaur Lord though. But the A-Rock's the one who caused a major threat on the flank, and he didn't know how to react to it. He turned his unit around. He had a hard time. He tried to charge the A-Rock. He had a hard time dealing with the A-Rock, and the A-Rock just ate that unit, and that's exactly what it showed. As for my opponent, he was a great guy. This was actually a fun game, and it was a good. I had a good time on this game. As for my next opponent, I'm thinking like, all right, cool. I'm gonna play somebody in the middle tables. I'm not gonna go into the top tables. And I'm like, all right, so who am I gonna play? I play Adam Hilton. God damn it! I just played Adam Hilton at 3,000. I said, hey guys, I just played Adam Hilton at 3,000 point big brawl, and they were like, so what? You haven't played him in 2,400 points. I was like, all right, you guys got a point. So I didn't want to play Adam Hilton again, but now I'm going to have to play Adam Hilton again, and let's just see how that goes. Besides that, I think Chad already, or Chad, my brother, I don't know if he won or not. Let's find out. War score. I'm totally just going to give you guys the. If you guys are doing events and tournaments on for the 9th age, make sure you guys get it ranked in War Score. If you guys are getting it ranked in War Score, it counts towards the Masters. So just telling you guys right now, log in, remember me, submit. Alright, let's see. Events. Show events. Show mine. Alright. So Adepticon singles. Let's see. Once Bitten definitely won his round. He had a 21-2 on his first round. Let's see how my brother did. My brother, the ogre player, he ended up taking a 23-3. So he won big his first round. And then Dan, who's also one of the players that you see me play against all the time, he lost 5-21. So that was a big loss. And then Todd is the other person who he didn't put his name in War Score. So I can't really see who Todd played. But overall, most of us did pretty decent, and we're going to go ahead and move up to the next round. Anyways, guys, I'm rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed making it. It's only like 35 minutes. That's not even that long. I feel like I should be rambling more. Overall, the Goblins, The Bushwackers didn't really have a chance to really perform or shine in this game, which that happens, whatever. The Savages didn't really get a chance to get into combat. I'm trying to think of if I was to play this game differently. If I was to have had combat blocks instead of shooting blocks, how would I have handled the right side versus the left side? How different would this game have been if I had combat blocks? If I had trolls or iron orcs or whatever, you know. So I'm just trying to think of that, or the dragon rammer. But overall, I'm just happy with the outcome. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. I'm going to go ahead and put up my points here. This is showing you who took what points in this round, and then in the bracket's going to be how many points they took total for the whole tournament. And then that way we'll be able to see who the tournament MVP is at the end of the videos. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. If you guys haven't hit like and subscribe, hit it already, guys. If you guys would like to donate to my channel to help me pay for batteries or pay for trips to go to these tournaments, you guys could always go to my YouTube channel page. There's a support button on the right side. You can hit it, donate, whatever, $1, $5, I don't care, just something. Help me out, guys. Anyways, I gotta do my chest workout right now. It's time to pump up. Get pumped. Do it now. And besides that, I'll see you guys in the next video when I'm playing Adam Hilton and Dredd Elves. Take care. Peace.